Out is game number 2, the Founders Cup. This afternoon, the host team, your Poco Saints, versus Onondaga Redhawks. We're going to meet the teams now. From Onondaga, number 1, Braxton Jones. Number 2, Carson Colucci. Number 4, Jonathan Pierce. Number 5, Jayden Jimerson. Number 6, Nelson Jones. Number 7, Rio Johnson. Number 10, Bruce Benedict. Number 15, Gabe Edwards. Number 17, Hayden Hemlock. Number 18, Parker Booth. Number 19, Nicholas Thomas. Number 20, Trevor Hill. Number 21, John Lou Moreno. Number 22, Mason Homer. Number 33, Brian Moses. Number 35, Lyndon Hill. Number 43, Michael Quick. Number 44, Vernon Cook Jr. Number 66, Brett Bucktu Jr. Number 73, Jock Rice. Number 74, Kieran Johns. Number 77, Brandon Adam Abrams. Number 88, Errol Booth. Your head coach, Shannon Booth. Assistant coaches, Murray Stowe Jr., Brett Bucktu. Your manager, Saul Marino. And your trainer, Alan Shenandoah. Time now to meet your host team, your Poco Saints. Number 1, Grayson Beggs. Number 88, Colby Highland. Number 2, Ethan Self. Number 3, Bailey Newton. Number 4, Nolan Ross. Number 6, Eric Gozzi. Number 8, Jackson Smith. Number 9, Brandon Woodward. Number 10, Levi Tui. Number 12, Riley Lurd. Number 15, Jared Masnick. Number 16, Jordan Reckinick. Number 8, Scott McLeod. Number 19, Galen Mander. Number 20, Nathan Miller. Number 21, Austin Taggart. Number 33, Brent Maury. Number 25, Griffin Withers. Number 44, Jack Yackney. Number 48, Aiden McDonald. Head coach, Derek Milani. Assistant coaches, Mitch Milani, Sean Downey, Rob Arden, and Dennis Quigley. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for your teams. Time now to play our national anthems. We're all inclusive here. We're going to start out with our Haudenosaunee national anthem. Please stand, remove your headgear, and join us. Now please remain standing and join us in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all our sons command, with glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and from far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Welcome on inside the John Bailey Arena here, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to BC Sports TV. We are live here in Port Coquitlam, the hometown of the Founders Cup in 2023. For the first time since 2003, Poco hosts the Founders Cup, and it's the second game of the day, so thank you very much for joining us here on BC Sports TV. We got a big one here between the Onondaga Redhawks facing off against the host team in the Poco Saints. So let's head on down to the Poco crease first here, shall we? And starting in net for the hometown Saints will be wearing number 1 in Grayson Beggs. Split time throughout his Junior B season this year with the Maple Ridge Berards and these Poco Saints, but this is where he ended up. Of course, a prospect of the Poco Saints Junior A program, and he gets the start here this afternoon. Meanwhile, across the crease, or across the floor, excuse me, wearing number 30 for the Redhawks, gets the start here this afternoon, and it will be Kobe Gibson with that beautiful chrome helmet. Easy to pick him apart from the crowd with gear like that. But he's actually going to head down the tunnel. He was getting shots as if he was getting the start in the warm-up, so excuse me. It will be Lyndon Hill getting the start in net for the Redhawks as he makes his way to his crease now. We are all set at the face-off dot, both teams on their respective benches, and we are underway. Game 2 of the day here. Founders Cup action is back on BC Sports TV. Opening draw goes the way off a loose ball picked up by the Redhawks. They're quickly into the offensive zone, stumbling though. Now Poco causes the turnover and will go quickly to the offensive side. Fake shot and a big save there quickly. Lyndon Hill getting into the action early. And a strong start for him as the team grabs the loose ball through the middle of the floor. Carson Calusi now into the offensive zone. He'll dish and head off for a change, leaving for Garen John. Now near side, shot and a save by Beggs. His first test, he'll hang on to the rebound and now send Poco back over center. Kalen Mander, pass near side, good stick check though. Wasn't expecting that one, and here come the Redhawks once again. Showing off their speed quickly over center. And if you are just joining us, if you missed the first game of the day, a reminder, we are playing CLA rules. No 8-second count on the clear. No back over, and a plethora of others that we will try to keep everybody in tune to. Now Brendan Woodward was up the play, couldn't get the pass free to him as Kalen Mander now finds some space. Josh Yakney, fresh off the bench, fakes the pass near side. Now he'll retreat to the perimeter. Quickly down low to the corner. Righty's going to work now. Shot from distance and a goal. Poco strikes first. There's an ideal start for the host team as they step into one through the middle of the floor. It's Kalen Mander, a heavy rip from right on top. First goal of the tournament here for Mander, and first goal of the tournament for the Poco Saints. It's 1-0, less than 2 minutes in. Wrap check, and we'll get a delayed call here. First power play will also go the way of Poco. A power play that is sponsored by Extreme Threads, your one-stop shop for customized or team apparel. Customized team or company apparel, excuse me. Embroidery, screen printing design, sublimated team uniforms, anything you need. And of course, now offering tents, banners, flags, decals, signs, and so much more. Check them out online, Extreme Threads. So we get quickly into the mix here. First opportunity to see the power play of the Saints in this Founders Cup. Masnick fakes from up top. A shot from McDonald and a low save there, courtesy of Hill. Now short-handed into the offensive zone come the Redhawks. Fresh off the bench here is Arrow Booth. And there's the back over call. So back to the power play now will go the Saints. Josh Yakney splitting time between the Junior A Saints and these Junior B Tier 1 Saints. On the power play here as he receives the pass. No look over to the near side. Defended well by the Redhawks and back up top to the point. Masnick, backhand feed. McDonald with a shot and a big shoulder save there by Lyndon Hill. Caught him in a dangerous area between his left shoulder and his head, but he's none too worse for wear, and the Redhawks get back into the offensive zone. 55 seconds remaining in their penalty. They survey through the middle of the floor, looking for a shot lane. Down low to the crease, a shot and a save by Beggs. Man, if they could get that shot off just even half a second quicker. Beggs was just slow to get over to the post. But he does get over in time, stopping that one from going 5-hole, and the power play of the Saints back into the offensive zone now. Still in the power play for another 25 or so seconds. There's a shot and a save by Hill. Loose ball drops to his feet and grabbed by a defender in Bruce Benedict. They roll that one over the center line. Grabbed now by Newton on his own side. He'll slow up with some pressure on him. Pass near the center line, connecting with Brendan Murray. Murray down low. Back up top to the point. McDonald steps into one, and Hill fights that off. Now they have a breakout target up the floor. Backhanded shot blocked by a defender. Now collected by the Redhawks, and they'll push pace back over center, and we are back to 5-on-5 action. Collision there through the center of the floor. Back to his feet, though, is Trevor Hill. That shot goes wide. Grab the rebound off the end boards. Kick save by Beggs. Rebound goes through to the middle, and they once again grab this, but we got a delayed call coming up. And it will be the Redhawks going back to the penalty kill. Red Bucktooth Jr. will sit for 2 or less. At BC Sports TV, we are seeking advertising partners to keep lacrosse free for everyone. We have a number of advertising opportunities ranging from penalties to periods, intermissions, or even title sponsorship. Together, we can create a tailor-made package for you, and you can contact us at bcsports.tv today. Let's create a partnership here, shall we? Let's get involved. Let's keep these broadcasts coming to you for free. Backhand feed, McDonald back to the point now. Masnick backpedaling away, far side feed. Perimeter work here early for the Saints. Now McDonald with a sidearm rip, that got blocked. And now the Redhawks will push pace back over center. Spinning away, good job there to keep possession in favor of the Redhawks. Now circling from the corner, looking for space here is Arrow Booth. Pass down low, near side, shot goes just wide, back over center. Poco will chase this one down. Withers, pass up top, Murray with it now. Get a full sail change here on the man-up unit for the Saints. Late man of the play will be Aiden McDonald. 15 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Here's Murray, back to the point. Masnick backpedaling away. Murray sidearm rip, and it scores! Early work on the power play here for the Saints as Brendan Murray takes his room. Similar position to where they scored last time when Kalen Mander found the back of the net. This time it's Brendan Murray ripping that one home, a sidearm bouncer and an early 2-0 lead for Poco. Now right back into the play, Woodward down low to the crease, fake shot, what a save by Hill! Another shot and another save, that rebound goes to the corner. Early test there for Hill, again on the following possession. Now the defense of the Redhawks come up with the ball, and now they'll push pace. Wrong side, nice move through the middle of the floor, and a goal! Onondaga answers right back. It's Nelson Jones going in alone. Started off on his wrong side, a great individual effort. Sidesteps a defender and tucks that glove side past Beggs. That's the response they needed, a massive one, courtesy of Nelson Jones. Now another opportunity immediately following the face-off. Huge Hill save and a second chance. Poco scores again. Chalk it up, the second of the game for Kalen Mander. A massive save off the first one from Hill, but Mander, right place, right time as the rebound falls straight to his stick. Seconds after the Redhawks got there first, Poco gets it right back. 2-goal lead restored. Now another chance in front, another kick save from Hill. Rebound goes to the near side, and Onondaga with an opportunity to clear. Nice spin move over center. Back pressure, though, by the Saints, causing all sorts of problems here for the Redhawks early. But they find some room off the pressure. Big windup. Rising Subber goes wide. Rebound off the end boards. Another one goes just wide. Deflected rebound now. They grab the loose ball. 6 seconds to shoot. Backhanded flip goes across the floor. And Poco will just let this one wind down, but we're going to get a penalty now coming up to the Saints, and it will be our first opportunity to see the Redhawks power play now. Levi Tui, the culprit here, will take a breather over in the sin bin for the time being. So a brief delay as it looks like the officials are unaware of where the ball is. So we get one out of the pocket and a second one out of the pocket. For 1/2 a second there, we had 2 balls in play. But we're back to the action now. Redhawks working around the perimeter. Far side, fake shot up, back up top to the point. That one goes wide. Deflected rebound, now grabbed by Newton up the floor. Here's Woodward going in, shorthanded breakaway. Great save, Hill. And now we'll go to 4-on-4 action. 20 seconds into the power play. It'll be Trevor Hill putting them back to 4-on-4 action now for the first time in this game. Man, oh man, Lyndon Hill, what a start to this game for the Onondaga goaltender. He's already had just a handful of 5-alarm saves here, and the latest one coming shorthanded. Nice swim move there. Masnick driving it alone, and a stick check there right as he worked his way on top of the crease. Mason Homer taking away that chance. Now Onondaga gets over, but a turnover will send the Saints back into the offensive zone. Aiden McDonald joins the play as that pass goes up near center. Here's Eric Dozie. Return to McDonald, near side. Working the 2-man game there. Wanted the flip pass, backpedals away. His pass goes just off the mark. And that'll send the Redhawks back over center. We remain 4-on-4 for the next 50 seconds. Broken stick on the play. Withers comes in to replace as the Redhawks get their offense going. 17 seconds to shoot. Fake backhand flip, now far side feed. Into join now is Braille Abrams. Near side, nice move, and another goal for the Redhawks. Rio Johnson getting into the action here. Just finding space near side. No defender near him off the pick. He goes on top of the crease, depositing that one past Grayson Beggs. And the deficit is cut to 1. And thank you to everybody for joining us here on BC Sports TV. Between myself and legendary broadcaster Jake Elliott, him and I will be splitting the bulk of the games here throughout the week, and we thank you all for joining us. Hopefully you'll be here for the vast majority of the games here as we continue to bring you free lacrosse for the Founders Cup. Possession now for the Redhawks. Pass picked off to the races is Brandon Woodward. Another breakaway going in alone, saved by Hill. Now the Redhawks back into the offensive zone. A 20-second power play here. Johnson has this. Pass up top to the point. Hill, far side feed off the backhand flip. Returns it again to the far side. Now through the middle, skip pass, goes post to post, and they score! Garen John ties this game at 3. Pretty movement there off a shortened power play for the Redhawks. They go east to west and back to the far side. A one-timer goal from the crease ties it up at 3. Shots here are 11-3 through just about the halfway point of the first period. That is a incredible shooting percentage, in favor of the Redhawks. Assuming those are the correct numbers up on the scoreboard right now. There's a heavy rip from outside, saved by Beggs. Rebound collected by the Redhawks. High hit there, no call, one-hand flip. Hill cuts through and takes a collision for his efforts. And Poco will grab possession behind their own net. Nice casual drop pass there to Josh Yakney. See, he works over center. Now that pass picked off and a clear-cut breakaway going in. It's Jaden Jimerson with a man on his back, goes across and steps through the crease. Jaden Jimerson just a little bit too casual, streaking through the middle. And we'll go back, possession, Poco. Yakney having a hard time with this one. But keeps after it, grabbing possession, still 15 seconds to work with. McDonald spins back, far side feed, outside rip off the post. Brendan Murray with a howitzer from distance. Can't beat the iron. Fresh 30 though for the Saints. As McDonald now tries to get underneath, spinning back, thought about the flip, pressured from the perimeter. Good stick check there on the wrap by a Redhawks defender. I believe that was Jimerson actually. Taking away what looked like a clear-cut chance. And now we're gonna get offsetting calls here going against McDonald, as well as Garen John. So we should remain 5-on-5 here, with offsetting calls. No, excuse me, we'll go 4-on-4 here. So some more 4-on-4 lacrosse coming your way here on our BC Sports TV broadcast airwaves. And also, if you do want to get interactive at all on the broadcast or through any of our socials, you can find us Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and of course here on YouTube at BC Sports TV. Or send me a message at Ferratino on Twitter, at Tino Farah on Instagram. There's a shot and a save by Beggs. Woodward batted that one free. Now Newton having a hard time. Ball falls free. Newton up the play on a partial break, cutting through and puts it high and wide. Rebound off the end boards, collected by Vern Cook Jr. Tries the reverse check on Bailey Newton, just trying to clear up some space for himself. Works down to the near side corner, now pass through the middle. No goal as they reached past Grayson Beggs. But stepping through the crease there was Nick Thomas. He'll head off. Getting a pat on the back from his coaching staff for his efforts. And now Poco back into the offensive zone. Bobbled pass now. Collected. Still 14 seconds to work with on the shot clock. Masnick, far side feed, return to him now near side, spin move, comes back over top, looking for a shot lane on his wrong side, and a kick saved by Hill. Fresh 30 now for the Saints. They get the pass free, and they score. That one's gonna count. How do they tiptoe the crease there? Just avoiding stepping through the paint. It's Eric Dozie getting his first of the Founders Cup. And Poco reclaims the lead. Man, that was a close play at the line. Our cameraman extraordinaire, George Parra, watching the replay right now, just reading his facial expressions, he agrees. Folks, that is a close one. But we are back to the action. 4-3 now in favor of the Saints. 8 minutes remaining in the first period. Shots 13-5 to this point for the Saints, as Onondaga answers right back. Rio Johnson gets his second of the game here already. Immediately following the faceoff, takes a heavy shot through the middle with a defender in his face. Does not matter. Wires that one past Beggs. We're tied up once again. 4-4 from the John Bailey Arena. Loose ball collected by Newton as he awaits near center for his reinforcements. Woodward, draw pass over to Josh Yakney. 5 more seconds until we go back to 5-on-5 action. Yakney comes over top. Shot saved by Hill. And both players out of the penalty box now. We will go back to 5-on-5. Right back into the play here is Garen John. Gets the shot off, putting it just wide. Rebound now collected from the perimeter. Near side corner. Coming around, shot blocked by a defender. Loose ball up for grabs through the middle, collected by the Saints. Heavy forecheck, though, by the Redhawks, and they grab possession once again in a fresh 30. Here's Johnson from the perimeter. Gets back to their settled offense. Good movement here. We have an injured Redhawks player down on the floor right now. And it is Rio John grabbing at his left shoulder. He'll head off and get some attention from the trainer. That ball went out of play. Now possession for the Saints. From the near side corner. Swim move. Now they'll backpedal away. Nice hands there from Jared Masnick. Loves that swim move. We've seen it a few times here already through the first period. Good stick check there from the Redhawks, courtesy of Bryant Moses. He'll head off for a change as his team grabs possession. Stretching the floor now and grabbing possession. Here comes Arrow Booth. Near side feed. They drive down low, backhanded flip pass out of the reach of the intended target. They keep possession though, under 10 to shoot. Heavy shot and a high save there from Beggs right off his mask. He shakes that one off, grabs the loose ball and pulls it back into his crease. Quick breakout pass near center. Here's Kalen Mander. 2 goals in the first period for one Mander as he dishes and heads off for a change. Dozie with the latest goal for the Saints. McDonald gets underneath, kept to the outside. Ross, shot and a goal! Nolan Ross, top left, stinging the corner. The late man into the play, gets the pass immediately and fires that one home again. It'll be Poco back on top by 1. 5:25 to play in the first period. Mander back out there on the loose ball crew. as that one falls all the way back down towards the Poco end. Onondaga come up with it, self-deflected that pass. They throw that one on target, and they score! John Pierce, again, getting it right back for the Redhawks. Another close play at the crease. But keeping his toes down before he falls forward. Unbelievable footwork there by John Pierce, and he fires that one home. Again, we are all tied up 5-5. That one about 23 seconds by my count, following the latest Poco goal from Nolan Ross. Now John Pierce gets into the mix. Nice move there. Jaden Jimerson waiting near center. Into the play here is Garen John. Now near side feed. Return. John winding up. Pass down low to the crease. They got an open man, and they score! The Redhawks have their first lead of the game as they send that one down low to a wide open Arrow Booth. Flurry of goals in the late stages of the first period. Now 6-5 for the Redhawks. Now Woodward goes in, and he answers right back. Brandon Woodward. Man, oh man, can we get even a second without a goal? Holy, folks. As Woodward goes right back in, following the faceoff, grabbing the loose ball. And he ties it up, 6-6 here. And just be informed as well here on the broadcast that we have the scores reversed. Hopefully we can get that fixed. Oh, already fixed, says man in charge Keith Gagne. Shout out to Evan Schemenauer. Friend of the program, Evan Schemenauer, we'll say. Now here come the Saints. Yakni near side. McDonald through the middle of the floor. Tiptoeing the crease again. A shovel shot goes just wide. Hill was out of position. Now back to the crease. Poco still getting a shot off. And that'll go just wide all the way back down to Beggs. Now back over center. 15 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Once again, Aiden McDonald. Surveys far side. Pass over to Yakni, gets the pass through, deflected now to the near side corner. 4 seconds to shoot. Big windup goes over the net. Ball bounces back towards the center line off the shot clock violation. And we'll get a stoppage here. As Lyndon Hill just getting some equipment dealt with. Shoulder caught up on his jersey there, so quick fix. Shout out to the equipment managers throughout this tournament, as well as the trainers, coaching staff, everybody involved here, and everyone behind the scenes involved at the Founders Cup. There are a ton of volunteers here, folks, and of course, a massive part of the equation here from Port Coquitlam. Back to the action now. It will be Redhawks possession as they look to reclaim the lead here. Good to see Rio Johnson back into the mix. He left earlier in the period with a shoulder injury. And there's a shot from the outside, a rising subber. Vern Cook Jr. gets one back for the Redhawks, and they reclaim the lead. Look at this shot. Love the rising subbers. Gotta say, I know some of those drive coaches crazy, but they are some of the prettiest shots in lacrosse. And a beautiful one, courtesy of Cook Jr. that time around, just inside that near side post. Now 7-6 with 3:19 to play in the first period. Loose ball collected off the draw. Back over center here is John Pierce. He has a goal in this first period. Near center finds Rio Johnson. Beggs battling for this loose ball there. Stepping through the crease though was Pierce. That'll cause a turnover and send Poco back to the center line. In comes Brendan Murray. Immediately take this one down low. Now over top off the screen. Spin move, backhand feed. Was supposed to go to Aiden McDonald. Ended up as a save courtesy of Lyndon Hill. And that'll send his team back towards the center line. Healthy slash from Dozy. No call there. As Johnson works on the crease. Gets the screen, backhand flip, picked off, or at least deflected by Beggs. Now 5 seconds to shoot. Self battling there alongside Vern Cook Jr. We'll get the shot clock violation. A couple of healthy whacks going either way there. But it will be Saints possession, just over 2 minutes to play in the first period. Poco serving now through the middle of the floor, defended well by Onondaga. Yakni. Maznik from the corner. There's that swim move again. Flip pass back up top. Now through the middle. Toe drag there off the spin move. That one would have been pretty. Austin Taggart, the Poco captain, showing off his hands, but a turnover will send the Redhawks back into the offensive zone. Arrow Booth looking for his second goal of the game. Spin move down low to the corner. Thought about the flip. Now sends it back up top. Toe drag again, flipped. There's a quick stick and a yawning cage to shoot at, and they couldn't put it home. Man, that was a close call. I believe that was Nick Thomas just missing the target. And now Poco looking for the game's tying goal. Just over a minute to play here in the first. McDonald comes over top, and that'll be an interference call. A little overzealous on the pick was Riley Learn. He'll head off for a change. So 1 minute to go. Pierce instructing his teammates to slow it down a little bit. Settled offense in the works. Spin move there. High hit, no call. Shot around a screen, and they score. 2-goal lead for the Redhawks. And some extracurriculars afterwards as well. But both teams will head towards their respective benches, and it's Brett Bucktooth Jr. A well spread out offense for the Redhawks through just about 20 minutes of play. Now that's 6 different players getting them onto the scoreboard. Rio Johnson with a pair. And that clean face-off win goes right back to the Redhawks. The aforementioned Pierce. Piece of equipment lost on the floor right now along the far side boards. Pierce, spin move, going down low. A twister on target, saved by Beggs. Fresh 30 now with under 20 seconds remaining. Coaching staff calling for the Redhawks to slow it down. Now 10 seconds to play. Flip pass off the mark. Big collision behind the net. Hill's going to step out of his crease to try to cut this one off, but that will do it. First period of game number 2 in the Founders Cup was a offensive heavy first period at that. But we will step aside now heading towards the intermission for about 10 minutes, and we'll be right back at you with second period action. I've been Tino Farah, we've been BC Sports TV, and we'll be back shortly. Welcome back inside the John Bailey Arena here, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to BC Sports TV. Tino Farah here, your voice for the remainder of this game. It's the Onondaga Redhawks leading the host, Poco Saints, 8-6 through 20 minutes of action. And before we get too much further into the action, a reminder that if you do want to get involved here on the broadcast, you want to help continue to bring these broadcasts for free, you're seeing the graphic on your screen right now, hit us up, info@bcsports.tv. Plenty of sponsorship opportunities available, periods, penalties, intermissions, title sponsorship even, which, if I do say so myself, is a perfect segue into our title sponsorship, Extreme Threads. You know them, you love them, you've heard all about them. Your one-stop shop for customized team or company apparel and so much more. Shout out to Randy and Connor Clough. Put on a show over there at Extreme Threads. Anything you need, tents, banners, flags, decals, socks, hats, anything you can think of. Extreme Threads, your one-stop shop. So 40 minutes to play here from the John Bailey Arena. Both goaltenders now making their way back towards their creases. Both teams on their respective benches. And we are lined up and ready to go. Second period action here live on BC Sports TV. And we are back underway. The Redhawks trailed for much of the first period. Not by much, usually just a one-goal deficit for the most part. But they just continue to answer back. There's a quick shot, just wide, until the late stages where they grabbed the lead and grabbed a second goal following to create a two-goal hole now for the Saints to try to climb out of. Austin Taggart, pass to the middle, shot and a save by Hill, rebound picked off by a defender as well in Bruce Benedict. Good hands there as he heads off for a change. Now into the play is Nelson Jones. Pass to the opposite crease. A little bit too hot to handle. Braille Abrams still getting a stick on that one. Just one hand on it though, so he had to circle back and reset. Now Poco back over into the offensive zone. In comes Jared Masnick off the drop pass, courtesy of Levi Tui. He'll head off for a change, replaced by Brendan Murray. Now far side, Masnick with it again. 9 seconds to shoot. Gets the screen from Self. That one just off the mark. Taggart fires that one just wide. Masnick reached for it, but it'll come back over center. Now back into the offensive zone come the Redhawks. Pass to the near side. Big wind-up fake shot, and that also goes wide. No save necessary from Grayson Beggs. The Redhawks step through the crease, causing a turnover there. And the Saints back into the offensive zone. Here's Eric Dozy. Near side feed, Josh Yakney comes over top, has some room to work with, fires that, and a save by Hill. Man, did he have a sharp first period. Just a handful of athletic saves, to say the least. Keeping his team on top here, with Poco going heavy on the offensive side. Now 13 seconds to shoot, flip pass to the middle, and a kick save there by Beggs. Rebound goes out to the perimeter, collected by the Redhawks. Now they'll go back to work. Fresh 30 to work with. Ethan Self showing off his physicality, keeping Onondaga to the perimeter. Double team comes, they lose it for a moment. Now up for grabs through the middle of the floor. And Poco continuing to battle for it near the center line. Kicked back, Ethan Self will continue to pressure. Now under 10 to shoot. Collision on the sideboards. They'll just dump that one down, and Grayson Beggs has seen enough. He'll collect and send his Saints team back to the offense. Skip feed, Austin Taggart sends that one down low. Murray had a goal in the first period, skips it over to the far side. Now pick and roll, cutting through the middle, a save by Hill as that one goes to the far side corner. Backhanded breakout pass, and here come the Redhawks back over center. Now spinning away from the pressure is Gabe Edwards. Finds Nick Thomas fresh off the bench. Near side feed deflected. And Brandon Woodward back on another breakaway, his third of the game, looking for his second goal, and he scores! Brandon Woodward ripples twine for the second time in this game. Showed off his wheels a handful of times here already, less than 4 minutes in. Poco gets back within one. And as well, going back to the first period, it turns out I actually missed writing down a goal on my paperwork here. So Rio Johnson has a hat trick as Poco goes in alone, looking for the tie-in goal, and they find it. Nathan Miller strikes again. A clean face-off win from the Saints. Miller grabs that one and goes on top of the crease. 5-hole past Lyndon Hill. Did I say we had a flurry of goals already? Because the offense is rolling here, folks. 8-8. That second Poco goal of this period coming just a handful of seconds following their 7th. We're all squared up again here. Buckle up, folks. We got a massive one in Game 2 of the Founders Cup. Now Rio Johnson gets a low shot off, stopped by Beggs. And they will once again clear center. Here's Miller. Flip pass to the near side, or far side, excuse me. That one goes cleanly out of play. Here comes the aforementioned Rio Johnson. It's working on Levi Tui. Gets underneath off the toe drag through the middle. Shot and a shoulder save by Beggs. Bailey Newton will grab the rebound. Now the Saints will slow up, wait for some offensive reinforcements. There's the drop pass connecting with Jared Masnick. Here's Murray from the distance, 8 to shoot. Near side corner, skip feed far side. Masnick can't get underneath. Now 3 to shoot, shot blocked. Ends up low, a late shot by Murray, stopped by Hill. Had to be sharp there as that ball just sort of bounced into the back of the stick of Brendan Murray, not the intentional target. They're finding a way to get a shot off. Now the Redhawks get their offense back out onto the floor. So they work it around the perimeter. Here's Thomas. Gets underneath the first check, shot and a save by Beggs. Poco collects, will remain tied 8-8. And that'll be a too many men call there, an illegal substitution. No penalty, just a turnover. As a reminder, we're playing CLA rules here in the Founders Cup, something I as well have to get used to. So I appreciate the patience. Been calling a lot of junior games here in the BC ranks. There's a shot and a save by Beggs. Rebound goes behind the cage. Loose ball collected by the Redhawks for a moment. But jarred free. Beggs collects and sends it back up to Brandon Woodward here on hat trick watch for the Saints. And he'll take it straight to the cage. A shot and a save by Hill. Rebound goes through the crease. Collected by Mason Homer. Hit a player up the floor on a clear-cut breakaway. Now here's Jimerson, the backhanded shot. What a save by Beggs. And what a shot by Jaden Jimerson, who applied some pressure on the forecheck. Got the ball back, but an interference call against the aforementioned Jimerson. Showing off his hands that time around. Beggs stands tall, though. Now 13.5 remaining in the third period. Shots 28 to 23 in favor of Poco this time around. Bobbled pass ends up as a turnover. Here comes Onondaga pushing pace. Brian Moses sends that one far side. Here's Gabe Edwards. Drop pass. Brett Bucktooth Jr. Late man into the play here is Arrow Booth. He had a goal back in the first. Now near side. Here's John. Flip pass to the middle, picked off. Still up for grabs though, as Mander couldn't grab it cleanly. Now they will. Over center is Scott McLeod. On his wrong side, trying to retreat from the pressure. Jaden Jimerson comes in to apply a little more. Now Yakni couldn't grab it cleanly. One hand on his stick, grabbed by Dozy from the corner back up top to Yakni. Stutter step move, over top. Surveys near side, returns it to Dozy. Nice move, nice shot, goes just wide. Yakni had it for a second. Now, here come the Redhawks, clear-cut breakaways. Nelson Jones, and he scores! The Redhawks find another way to sneak behind the Poco Saints. Got to be careful of that, and they weren't careful enough that time around. Nelson Jones goes in alone from his own side of center. So much room to work with, and puts that one low past the left leg of Grayson Beggs. Second of the game for one Nelson Jones. See. Gets a well-deserved break on the bench for the time being. Now here's Riley Learn. As we approach the midway mark of the second period. Learn, near side feed, Taggart working with Murray. Runs into a double team, gets the pass off, and they tie it again! Nolan Ross has two as well. And fires that one home. Less than a minute after the Redhawks reclaim the lead. In comes Nolan Ross. Had 26 goals on the regular season, now up to 2 in the Founders Cup. Another thing I gotta get used to here as well as we play CLA rules is the face-off lined up on the inside restraining lines as opposed to the ones from distance. So compact through the middle of the floor. And now a delayed call coming up against the Redhawks. 6-on-5 will go in favor of Poco for the time being, as McDonald wires that one just wide. And that'll give us a whistle. And back to the power play will go the Poco Saints. And again, we do thank everybody for joining us here on BC Sports TV. A reminder, if you do want to get interactive throughout the week of this Founders Cup Championship, you can hit us up on any of our socials, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube as well, at BC Sports TV. If you want to send me a message, you can hit me up on Twitter at Ferratino or on Instagram at Tino Ferra. If you hear me mispronounce any name, do not mean any disrespect by it. We're doing our best here, but please be patient and send me a message if you have any corrections. Want to get as much respect on the names of these players. And we will go back to 4-on-4 action on the interference call. So a short-lived 20-second power play for the Poco Saints. And now we'll go 4-on-4 action. It'll be Josh Yakni heading off to the sin bin. But we'll go back to the action here. Vern Cook Jr. Ah, yes, of course, Lacrosse Canada. Thank you, Jake Elliott. Lacrosse Canada, not the CLA. Shout out to Jake Elliott, of course, who had the first game. A massive win. Edmonton over Queen City. 18-11 was the final. Talk about an offensive onslaught. Holy. Mander, swim move, kept to the corner. Now flip pass through the middle, and they couldn't grab it cleanly, but we'll get another delayed call here coming up against the Redhawks. Murray bounces that one wide, and that will give us a whistle. Another one here, 10-17 to play in the second period. And there will be plenty of floor available here for these players to work with as we go to 4-on-3 action. Message coming in here from Poco Saints Junior A goaltender in Ryder Bremner, reminding me, and I'll relay the message here as well, that Jaden Jimerson actually spent some time here in Poco with the Junior A club. Now going up against his former team. Of course, the Junior B Tier 2 division, but still going up against his former city, and they score 4-on-3. Brendan Murray finds the back of the net once again. Just so much room available, even with Carson Calusi closing in the gap. Defender in his face, still able to get the shot off and fires that one home. Now a slight delay here as the officials will discuss the penalty situation. The Poco coaching staff trying to get their attention currently. Now the official in between the benches, getting in on the conversation as well. But it looks like we are all sorted out here. And it looks like we will remain 4-on-3. So, I'm just noticing now, actually, that last penalty was a 5-minute major. Man, pay attention to the scoreboard here, Tino. So we will remain 4-on-3 as Poco grabs possession, and an opportunity here to grab the lead for the first time since the first period. No, excuse me, 10-9. They're just late to put the goals on. So a chance to reclaim the 2-goal lead, which is something they haven't held since the first period. And the Redhawks give it right back to the Poco power play. Down low, fake the one-timer, and a save by Hill. Rebound collected by Dozy. Now they go crease to crease, pass deflected. Unfortunate hop off the end boards for the Saints. And now here come the Redhawks back over center as they send this one near side. Arrow Booth will slow up and get his offense back out onto the floor. As we'll go to 5-on-4 action here in favor of the Saints, near side feed. Booth sent that one cross floor. Stumbling there, but still finding a way to get a shot off was Vern Cook Jr. Denied his second of the game by Grayson Beggs. Poco gets their power play back out onto the floor now. Murray, the late man in. Looking for his hat trick tally. Now Masnick has his shot blocked and out of play. Fresh 30 now for the Saints coming up. Starting off this possession will be Riley Learn, running point on this power play. Underhand flip pass near side. Murray has to take it off the hop. Now Dozy, Murray, swing pass, Masnick backhand flip, shot and a save by Hill. No rebound to show for it. An impressive performance thus far for the likes of Lyndon Hill. Now a collision near the center line. And that'll be the 10-second count going against the Redhawks. So 7:50 remaining in the second period. Poco leads Onondaga 10-9 in a back-and-forth affair here. Learn, backhand flip. Now that goes crease to crease. Dozy with it. Return to Learn. A shot while falling, and another save by Hill. Collected by Jimerson. He'll bounce that one near center line. I know what Jake Elliott would say in that situation. I won't say it, though. Off the bounce pass. Here's John Pierce. Pass to the far side. Gabe Edwards through the middle, and a delayed call here. It looks like it'll be a roughing call, and I believe it'll go against Onondaga. Yes. Heading off toward the sin bin is Garrett John. So he slowly makes his way over, and we'll go back to 5-on-3 action. So we had that for just a couple of seconds earlier this frame, and we will go back to it now for an extended period of time. 1:56 remaining in the major penalty to Nelson Jones. And now it'll be 2 minutes to Garrett John. Cook Jr. comes out to get an explanation from the officials. This will be an extended conversation here between Kalen Mander, the official, and Vern Cook Jr. We're back to the action. 5-on-3, we will go. Just about 7 minutes to play in the second period. Skip feed down low, crease to crease, deflected. Heads up play by a Redhawks defender. Now underhand flip off the mark. Dozy couldn't get a handle. Murray with it again. Backhand flip down low to the corner. Shot, Dozy saved by Hill. He'll continue to battle for it. Eats a high hit, no call there. Now through the middle, backhanded shot goes just wide. That was Jared Masnick firing that one off. Murray down low. Dozy on the crease, and another save from Hill. He stands tall once again, and the Redhawks will just give it right back to Poco. Mander down the lane. Pass to the near side crease, off the mark. Masnick leaps to keep that one in possession of his team. And now they'll go back to work on the power play. Bobbled pass. Mander will collect near center. 15 seconds to work with on the shot clock. Dozy up top to Yakni. Backhand flip. Crease to crease. Great save, Hill! Sliding across to his right and taking away what looked like a sure goal from the Poco Saints. But Lyndon Hill stands tall, and his team gets back over center. Still another 34 seconds until we go back to 5-on-5. 30 seconds remaining in the original major penalty to Nelson Jones. So we will continue to go 5-on-3 here for the time being. As Poco tries the hidden ball trick. There were 2 hidden ball tricks actually in the first game of the day today between Edmonton and Queen City. Both of them successful. Now they go side to side, and Riley Learn cashes in. A low to high pass and a high to low shot as Riley Learn gets into the mix on the offensive side. An 18-point regular season campaign for one Riley Learn. And he finds the back of the net this time around. 2-goal lead for the Poco Saints with 5:24 to play. So with the first penalty being a major one, Nelson Jones will remain in the penalty box. So we go to 5-on-4 action, now 5 seconds away from 5-on-5. which we will go to now. Poco into the offensive zone. However, 18 seconds to work with on the shot clock. Dozy comes around, shot and a save by Hill. He'll collect the rebound this time. Stepping behind his net, and will initiate some transition for Onondaga. Far side feed. Redhawks go to work offensively for the first time in a little while. 5-on-5, that is. Off the spin move, near side. Arrow Booth. Skip feed down low to the corner. Off the mark, but they grab it, get a shot off, a big save, and no goal with a member of the Redhawks lying in the crease. That was Vern Cook Jr. Couldn't get out in time. Beggs, I believe, was aware of that as he had no motion on their second shot. We'll call it ice in his veins as he stands calmly in his crease. Now Yakni gets the shot off right into the midsection of Lyndon Hill. He'll fall back in an effort to hang on to the rebound. Now the Poco forecheck causing some problems here for the Redhawks. Now they collect. Getting over center with 15 seconds to work with in the shot clock. They'll go right down in transition, and a save by Beggs takes away that chance. Now under 4 to play in the second. Fresh 30 for the Redhawks. Rio Johnson fakes the flip, sends it to the near side. That went off the helmet of Beggs. Collision along the near side. And Onondaga will keep possession. Fresh 30 to work with as they get back into the offensive zone there. Nice toe drag, a twister goes just wide. Rebound almost grabbed by Nathan Miller. Instead, the Redhawks will keep, and a save by Beggs. Now here's Bailey Newton. Up the floor, Dozy on a breakaway, great save, Hill! Taking away what would have been the second for Eric Dozy. Now the Redhawks battle for the loose ball in the middle of the floor, grabbed by Mander. Up the floor was Woodward, deflected pass, a heads-up play by Mason Homer. Took away what would have been a sure chance for Woodward. Now here come the Redhawks. Big shot, and they score! Arrow Booth gets his second of the game, top right. He was the late man into the play, fresh off the bench, no defender near him, and absolutely fires that one home. (11-10) now in the late stages. Shots currently registered as 40-28 in favor of the Saints. So to say that Lyndon Hill has been the busier of the two goaltenders would be an understatement. Possession following the faceoff goes the way of the Redhawks. Slowing things down in the offensive zone. Here's Jones. Underhand swing pass near side. Here's Trevor Hill. Shot, saved by Beggs, and I believe we're going to get a penalty on Poco. No, that's going to be against the Redhawks. A late whistle there. And now we'll get evened up here. Levi Tui had some extra words for the official. So it'll go 4-on-4 now. I didn't see what happened between Tui and the official, but he's heated up in the box right now. He was arguing with the ref the entire way over. And that'll be a 10-minute misconduct to Levi Tui. So he'll get comfortable in the sin bin for the time being. So it'll actually be 5-on-4 here in favor of Poco, with the Redhawks getting what was the original penalty. So Poco will go to the power play. 10-minute misconduct to Levi Tui as he watches from afar. Possession, however, for the Redhawks, with the second call going against the Saints. Now they try to muscle their way through. In comes the double team. They get free, though. A shot and a highlight reel goal for the Redhawks. Loaded up here, folks. Vern Cook Jr. Let's take a look at this one on the replay here on BC Sports TV. How did he keep possession? How did he tiptoe the line? Second of the game for one, Vern Cook Jr. And might I say, the prettiest goal of the game thus far. A massive one to tie this one up at 11 in the late stages. Less than 2 minutes to play in the second period. But Riley Learn goes in, a twister, and a great save by Hill. Does the splits there to kick that one aside. Now fresh 30 on the power play for the Saints. In comes Brendan Murray. Now they go post to post, a save by Hill. Another fresh 30 for Poco to work with. Murray fakes a shot, spins down low now to the crease. Pass deflected, now backhand flip to the far side. Nolan Ross gonna battle for it, he'll come up with it, return it over to Murray. 12 to shoot, backhand flip. Masnick couldn't get a clean look. Ross with it once again. Now 5 seconds to shoot, he'll score! Make that 3 for Nolan Ross. Late in the shot clock, steps into a bouncer, beating Lyndon Hill. Now 57 seconds to play on their 43rd shot of the game. Poco reclaims the lead. And again, we thank everybody who's joining us here on BC Sports TV. We're going to be here all week long bringing you the action. Lacrosse of the free variety on our airwaves. But a reminder, if you do want to get involved at all, help to continue to bring these broadcasts for free, hit us up, info@bcsports.tv for some sponsorship opportunities, if you are so interested. Another save by Hill will send his team the other way, back over center. 35 seconds to work with here in the period. There's about an 11-second difference, give or take, between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to 5-on-5 action. Pass to the far side, down low to the corner. Backhand flip through the middle. Man, what a pass that was from Nelson Jones. Late shot and a save by Beggs. Was stuck in his stick for just a second. But we'll get a timeout now called by the Saints with 13.4 seconds to play. And they'll load up for one final possession to close out the period. Imagine they'll go 6-on-5 here with Beggs on the bench. We'll see. We'll see. And of course, just to finish that thought from before, again, we're going to continue to bring this up throughout the week. If you are so interested, you feel so inclined, you want to get in touch with us about any sponsorship opportunities, there's the address right there, info@bcsports.tv. Plenty of options available. Periods, penalties, intermission, title sponsorship. Send us an email, let us know. As well as our title sponsor as well here, Extreme Threads. They do so much work behind the scenes, whether it's locally or away from home. Randy and Connor do such an unbelievable job. Anything you need, team or company apparel, hats, socks, jerseys, shirts, tents, banners, flags, anything you can think of. Hit up Randy and Connor over at Extreme Threads. But we are just a moment away from second period action rejoining our airwaves here. So we'll be 6-on-5. Riley Learn's going to start off on his own side of center. John Pierce is going to apply the pressure. Bounce pass to Ross. A Port Moody bounce pass, might I say. Jake Elliott said I'm allowed to say it. Here's Learn with it again. 5 seconds to play. Delayed call coming against the Redhawks. Murray gets through. Shot and a save by Hill. And it trickles over the goal line. With zeros on the clock just before it expires. Let's take another look at this one. Brendan Murray completes the hat trick right through the middle as it just trickles through. An absolutely massive goal for the Poco Saints as we wind down the period. 0.2 seconds on the clock. The delayed call will be wiped out here, and we do have to do one more face-off to close out the period. So just to be safe, Grayson Beggs will head back towards his crease. But Poco in the late stages again grabs the 2-goal lead. We were all tied up not too long ago, but now 20 more minutes to go, and Poco will hang on to the lead. We'll step aside for now here on BC Sports TV. I've been Tino Farah, and we're going to be back for the third and final period of our second game of the day, Founders Cup action, live next. Welcome back inside the John Bailey Arena, and welcome back to BC Sports TV, ladies and gentlemen. Tino Farah, your voice for the remainder of this game. 20 more minutes to go. It is the host, Poco Saints, leading the Onondaga Redhawks 13-11. And as the age-old saying goes, cameraman extraordinaire George Parra, 20 miles, 20 smiles for the Poco Saints, as they'll head back towards their bench to start off the final frame here, as will the Redhawks. Was a period just full of penalties, and there was about to be another one in the very late stages. There was 0.2 seconds, if I remember correctly, left on the clock before Brendan Murray got his third goal of the game. A trickler past the likes of Lyndon Hill to grab his team a 2-goal advantage heading into the final period. But the Redhawks have been incredible at answering back every time they've needed to, and they need to now. Arrow Booth from the far side corner. Pass to the near side. Here's Brett Bucktooth Jr. Back over to the far side once again. Booth with the flip pass. That one just off the mark. He'll battle for it and grab it again. Now 6 seconds to shoot. Skip pass, near side, off the mark. That'll bounce all the way back to the corner boards. And Caitlin Mander will come in to collect. Nolan Ross found the back of the net in the second period. He cuts through. Clearing some room for McDonald, who caught a piece of the pipe that time. Hill caught a piece of it as well, but it will be possession for the Saints once again. A fresh 30 to work with as they get back from their own side of center. Taggart, spin move, one-hand flip. Murray, subber, goes just wide. Now, a couple of collisions there. The Redhawks want a call. They're not going to get it as Taggart grabs possession. Fresh 30 here for the Saints. Masnick, spin move, back up top. Fakes the flip, still with possession, far side feed. Another delayed call coming up against the Redhawks, as we had an injured member of the Saints. I believe that was Taggart down. He's back to his feet now. 6-on-5 will go. Beggs on the bench. Taggart has his pass deflected, and that'll give us a whistle. It'll be a slashing call. And I believe that's Jaden Jimerson. Going to sit for 2 or less. Extreme Threads, your one-stop shop for customized team or company apparel, embroidery, screen printing designs, and sublimated team uniforms. Now offering tents, banners, flags, decals, signs, and so much more. Check them out online, Extreme Threads. So we'll go back to 5-on-4 action once again. Situation we should be comfortable in by now after the amount of penalties we saw in the second. Masnick running point. He'll start their motion. McDonald comes over top. Fires just wide. Now Masnick reaches for it, but it goes cleanly out of play. So it'll be possession for the Redhawks. Starting off here on his own side is John Pierce. 1 goal in this game for Pierce. 3 goals for this man in Rio Johnson. As he rounds the corner, shot around a defender, just got blocked, grabs his own rebound. Shot from his wrong side, and he scores! Short-handed goal, his 4th of the game. Rio Johnson gets another. That first shot blocked, and he just collects once again, continuing in one motion across the floor. A lefty on the far side and wires that one past Grayson Beggs. That's one the Poco goaltender will certainly want to have back. But he'll shake it off and stare down the face-off once again. It's 13-12, just over 2 minutes into the period. Now, big collision, no call there. Redhawks furious. Now another hit and an interference call. Back to his feet after that rough ride, Carson Calusi. He'll get back, and it looks like he's going to go down the tunnel for a moment, getting some attention from the trainer. Fresh 30, though, for the Redhawks. Shot, friendly fire. That one unintentionally hit a teammate, Gabe Edwards. He'll clear some space. Still 13 seconds to work with on the shot clock. So we remain 5-on-4 in favor of the Saints. Backhand pass gets through, saved by Beggs. Body's falling behind the play. Now they'll chase it down. Breakaway on the power play and a save by Hill. Jackson Smith went in alone, but robbed by the Redhawks goaltender. Now double team comes, tackled to the floor. That'll be an interference call, and we're gonna get a Poco penalty. Nelson Jones comes in to defend a teammate, but Nathan Miller is gonna head off to the sin bin. 20 seconds remaining in the original penalty to Onondaga. Jaden Jimerson looks on for another 20 seconds. So 4-on-4 action for the time being, and then it will be a power play for another minute and 40 in favor of the Redhawks, or less, of course, depending on how it shakes out. But we'll go 4-on-4 for the time being. Pass to the point, now down low to the corner as Rio Johnson tries to get underneath of a defender. Now comes up top, pass to the far side, crease just off the mark. Newton sends it up. Mander, look out. Jimerson was just coming out of the box. Woodward through the middle. Wanted the pass, not going to get it as Mander took the shot instead. Now works his way through the middle. Stick check, and the Redhawks will go the other way. Withers coming in to cut them off as they get the shot off, and a save by Beggs. That was Mason Homer going in alone. Mostly alone, I should say. And there's the over and back call. A little mental mistake there from the Saints. So back to the power play. The Redhawks will go for just over a minute. It'll be Vern Cook Jr. running point, quarterback of this power play, looking for his hat trick goal. Far side feed now returned to him. Takes a shot, that goes wide. Rebound collected by the Redhawks. The one-timer goes just wide, and stepping through the crease was Johnson. 48 seconds remaining in their power play. Ethan Self will collect from the crease. Now Poco trying to right their wrongs of their last clear, getting over center this time with plenty of time remaining. Here's Jared Masnick. Another swim move, tiptoeing the crease, working his way up front, sidesteps a check, gets a shot off through a couple of defenders. Yakni battling for the rebound. Still up for grabs, now collected by Onondaga. 20 seconds remaining in their power play. Their man-up unit gets back out onto the floor now. Into the play comes Nick Thomas. He'll run point this time, backpedaling underneath of a check. So they go east to west. That one just off the mark. Big collision in the middle of the floor. And we're going to get a penalty on that hit. It'll be the aforementioned Thomas who will head off, and Poco now is going to go right back to the power play after a successful kill. Quick word from the official to the Poco coaching staff. But their power play back out onto the floor, still leading 13-12. Plenty of time remaining here in this one for the Redhawks to climb their way back, as they've done so often throughout this game. Now there's a shot and a save Going post to post was Lyndon Hill. Back to the point. Masnick scores! A sidearm rip. Jared Masnick finds his first of the game. Time and space, folks. Time and space. And he once again grabs the 2-goal advantage for the Saints. Now back to 5-on-5 action. We will go. If you are just joining us or missed the second period, Levi Tui still watching from the penalty box on a game misconduct in the late stages of that frame. He'll continue to watch on from afar for the time being. Now the turnover will send Poco the other way. A 3-on-1 in transition. Self right down the lane, and he scores! Their largest lead of the game is Ethan Self. Had a teammate on either side of him. Likes what he sees, though, when he goes right down the alley, firing into the back of the net. It's been a well spread out attack here for the Poco Saints to this point in the game. Goals from 9 different players. 2 with hat tricks, a couple other with 2 goals. And a handful with singles. But now the Redhawks back into the offensive zone. There's a shot, and they answer right back. Rio Johnson make it 5. George, answer me this question. Who has a hotter stick in this game than Rio Johnson? Nobody. The answer is nobody. 5 goals in this game for Rio Johnson. So he continues time after time to pull his team back into the fight. Seconds after Poco took a 3-goal advantage, the Redhawks cut it to 2. A high-scoring affair here in our second game of the day. Founders Cup action, 15-13. There's another shot and a save this time around from Grayson Beggs. Getting a piece of that one with his left leg. Now Woodward gets underneath, diving across, and a save by Hill. And it looks like we got another penalty on the play. It'll be an illegal substitution going against Onondaga. And the Poco Saints again head back to the power play. Redhawks coaching staff furious right now with the officials. And they have a case. They definitely have a case. There have been a handful of calls that go uncalled. Onondaga might be getting another penalty here. As they continue to discuss the situation, official now comes over to the Redhawks bench to discuss. Still frustrated with the situation. So no extra penalty, it looks like. Now it looks like they just had the wrong player. Out comes Vern Cook Jr. In goes Bryant Moses. But it will still be a power play in favor of Poco. So we remain delayed here, getting a wipe on the floor. That last chance from the Saints, diving across the crease, requires a quick cleanup. Now, A little bit more of an extended break as Linden Hill fixes some gear, but finally we are back to the action. Just over 13 minutes to play in the third. Poco still leading 15-13. Learn, near side, Masnik back to the point. Return, Masnik, shot off the crossbar. Denied what would have been his second. He has the ball once again in Jared Masnik. Behind the net. Far side feed, Murray goes to the crease. Back up top, Learn takes the shot and he scores again! Make it 2 for Learn. Another one on the power play for the Saints. As he fakes the flip behind his back, keeps possession himself, and fires that one home. An offensive heavy third period here in the third. Now another slight delay. The officials trying to clean up the floor themselves, doing so successfully. Trying to make sure there's no slips here through the Founders Cup. And another shout out as well to all the volunteers here at the Poco Rec Center. But it will be the Redhawks back into the offensive zone, down by 3. Jimerson on the floor, rolls it back near center. Surveying through, gets the pass off, deflected. Now the Saints push pace. Odd man rush. Pass over to Woodward, and he scores! Make that 3. Hat trick complete for Brandon Woodward. Feels like he's had roughly a zillion breakaways in this game. Finds himself on a 2-on-1 going the length of the floor with Nathan Miller. Receives the pass and outreaches the stretching Linden Hill. It's now a 4-goal lead for the Poco Saints. Their largest lead of the game now to this point. Now the Redhawks back into the offensive zone. Far side feed, spin move. That's Trevor Hill. Down low to the corner, no look pass on top of the crease. Fake shot and a goal! Take a look at those hands. Garen John gets his first of the game. On his wrong side too. Fake short side, goes back stick side, puts that one in the top right corner. Not a lot of space there between the left arm of Grayson Beggs and that top right corner. Just threads the needle. What a goal from Garen John. So many fakes in tight, dare I say, that looked a little bit like Austin Stotts. Here come the Redhawks again. That time they put it wide. And Poco will collect. Scott McLeod finds some space far side. He's got Kalen Mander up the play. Late man in comes Josh Yakney. Gets the drop pass, and they'll complete the rest of their change. 15 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Still 11:15 left in the period. Yakney shot saved by Hill. Now Carson Kaluski back over center. His pass off the mark, and that goes off the bench. They had an open door. Had to be careful there, the Redhawks, as they had the door open with the ball bouncing towards their bench. We approach the halfway mark of this third period. Shots registered at 51-35. Fake shot by Murray, cutting through. Backhand shot, takes a big hit through the middle. Back to his feet. Has some words for the Onondaga bench as he goes back. And now the Redhawks working from the corner. Reaching for that one, Arrow Booth. His earlier goal just getting announced now as they get back into the offensive zone. That one off the mark. His shot goes wide, and here come the Saints. Mander, 2-on-1. Pass through the middle, shot, and a save by Hill. Sends that one to the corner. Mander collects, fresh 30 for the Saints. Been so many goals in the last handful of minutes. Really, this is our first extended break without a goal in a little bit. It's Masnik. Surveys, pass far side. Taggart down low to the opposite crease. Too hot to handle for the likes of Nolan Ross. And grabbing this one is Jimerson. Fakes the drop. Jimerson still with it. Into the play comes Trevor Hill. Late man joining in will be Nick Thomas. Johnson back on the floor. Working off ball from the crease. That shot goes off the post. And the Redhawks will apply some pressure here on the forecheck. Johnson working on Tui back into the play. Heavy screen set there. No interference call. Masnik wants the pass fresh off the bench. Now he gets it. So they go righty strong in this set. Heavy shot and a save by Hill. He'll grab the rebound. It's getting chippy here in the late stages of this one. Now here's Braille Abrams to Hill. Return now to Abrams. Far side corner, skip feed near side. Driving down low, a bouncer saved by Beggs. Rebound grabbed by Newton. He'll lob that one up the floor. Tui will chase it down. Full head of steam going through the middle. Backhand shot high and wide. Now a big collision in front of the Onondaga bench. Did I say it was getting chippy, folks? Physicality picking up in this one. Another collision, a block shot will go out of play. Now mixing up in the center of the floor, Ethan Self and Trevor Hill. Fresh 30 though for the Redhawks. That one got past Beggs and out the other side. Now behind the net, he'll try to trap it and pull it into the crease, but an interference call will go against his Saints. Another fresh 30 for Onondaga. They work it from the perimeter. Near side feed, big wind-up shot deflected. That'll go all the way back down towards Hill. He'll step out and send it up to Trevor Hill. Now that pass picked off by Bailey Newton. In comes Gabe Edwards to cut him off, keeping him at bay. Now Newton. Dish over to Yakni and head off for a change. Jared Masnik will join in. Yakni comes over top. Masnik looking for a shooting lane. Fake shot on top of the crease and a great save. Lyndon Hill. Rebound gets past Yakni. Nelson Jones eats a slash there. No call. He'll drop, leaving for Arrow Booth. Looking for his hat trick goal. Swing pass near side, down low to the crease, and they put it off the right shoulder of Beggs. Another close play at the crease. So Onondaga have tiptoed that line several times in this game. So impressive what they can do in tight. 6.5 to play in the third period. Still 17-14 for the Poco Saints. Johnson gets underneath, working from the corner. Now he'll round. Backhand flip pass to the far side. Heavy shot. Deflected. That'll go back over center. Mander's going to chase this down on his wrong side. Still can't get a clean handle of it. Now he will, and he'll lob that one, connecting with Griffin Withers. Now here comes Eric Dozie. Again, righty strong on this set for the Saints. Dozie tried to spin. Now up top, Learn with it. Ross surveys, his pass deflected. Dozie continues to battle for it. Now an underhand, one-handed flip on target So Murray throws that one towards the goal. Hill had to be sharp there to take away what would have been the 18th goal for the Saints. Poco clearly slowing things down here. The clock is not the friend of the Redhawks in this situation. Masnik winding up from distance, works his way in, and a great save by Hill. Highway robbery from Lyndon Hill. Getting a massive piece of that one. An early candidate here for save of the tournament, courtesy Lyndon Hill. But it will be possession for the Saints once again. Learn with it from distance. Here's Aiden McDonald. Pass through the middle. Another shovel shot. Masnik with the latest one. Takes a slash afterwards as well. Hill now will step out of his crease, look for a breakout target. Still 13 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Here's Jaden Jimerson. 4:10 to play. Late man into the play here is Arrow Booth. Gets underneath the first check. One-hand flip near side. Johnson with it. Thought about the twister, couldn't get it cleanly. He gets a rough ride into the end boards. So he'll leave and apply some forecheck here. Ethan Self takes a slash right away. And that'll be Rio Johnson heading off to the penalty box on a slashing call. In his defense, there was a whistle. I heard the whistle as well. Sounded like the play had started. And they're actually going to give him a delay of game call. So another 2-minute power play here for the Saints. They've had so many in this game. It's been wild how many power plays the Saints have had. No live stats available to me currently. We'll see if that changes at all as we progress through the Founders Cup. So can't currently tell you how many power plays the Saints have had. I can just tell you it's been a lot. Now under 4 to play, they'll go back to the man advantage. Learn, fakes the pass near side, goes over to Murray, return now to the point. Now McDonald to Learn, skip feed, now through the middle, McDonald gets it off and he scores! How about that movement for the Saints? Aiden McDonald finds the back of the net for this first time in this game. As they go high to low and then low to high, McDonald with plenty of room cutting through the middle and puts Poco up by 4. .3:35 to play in the third period. That Poco's 58th shot of the game. Just peppering the likes of Lyndon Hill, who again has had just some incredible saves in this game. His latest one just a few moments ago, stretching across to his left, and he'll hope his team can get a miracle here, down by 4, just about 3 to play. That shot goes wide. They grab the rebound, skip feed down low to the corner, just off the mark, and Mander will collect. It's going to slow up at center. Nolan Ross grabs that pass. Taggart clearing some space. Ross still with it now in front of the Redhawks bench. Under 10 to shoot. Learn fakes the pass. On his wrong side. On target, Hill with the stop. And that'll be an interference call going against Riley Learn and his Poco Saints. He'll head off for a change. Now 2.5 to play. Over center comes Garen John. Down low to the corner quickly. Trevor Hill with it. Back to the point. Nick Thomas, near side. There's a shot and a save. Second chance and another save by Beggs. First one on Rio Johnson. Second one from Nick Thomas. And another delayed call to the Redhawks coming up. Beggs gets to the bench now, and we'll go back to 6-on-5 action. Nolan Ross joins the fun. Now post to post goes Lyndon Hill, and that will give us our call. I believe I just saw the official, penalty shot. Thought I saw that. I need to confirm with cameraman extraordinaire George Para on all of my calls here. George, such an important part of this broadcast team here on BC Sports TV. As we team up again to bring you another week full of lacrosse. Founders Cup action this time around will be Jared Masnick taking the penalty shot as he swings to the left. Now cutting through the middle. On top of the crease now. A couple fakes and a great save by Hill. Let's take another look at that one, shall we? Masnick went in alone on the penalty shot. 3 fakes before he jumps through the air. Trying to go back stick side on Lyndon Hill. And a massive save at that with 1:54 to play. It's been a doozy of a game here, folks. Back and forth. One point I thought the Redhawks were actually going to run away with this one with the way they came back in the first period. We're up by 2 goals at one point. It's just back and forth through the second period as well, but Poco has pulled away here, and they'll get another chance. Mander off the faceoff going in alone. A great save by Hill. Can you tell I like this goaltender? Man, oh man. Some incredible saves from Lyndon Hill. That time kicking out his right foot. Now the clock starting to wind down. 1:20 remaining in the third period. Murray, stutter step move, goes down low. Now circles back and finds Riley Learn near center. Aiden McDonald. His pass through the middle, not a clean one. Hill will collect. Jimerson, backhand breakout pass. Finding Bruce Benedict near center. Now, final minute of play in the third period. Hill with it from the corner. Lyndon Hill on the bench. 6-on-5, we will go as Trevor Hill cuts through, saved by Beggs. He'll leave this one behind his net as Poco will be content with just winding down the clock. A little bit of pressure coming from the Redhawks, with Poco just trying to rag possession. Nathan Miller will hang on to it from the far side corner. But what a day it has been so far, ladies and gentlemen, and we are not even done. We got the opening ceremonies shortly after this, starting at 6:45, if I'm not mistaken. One last shot from the Redhawks. That goes wide. Rebound goes near center. And then we have our the third game of the day. Rounding things out after the opening ceremonies. It'll be the BC champs going up against the Ontario champs. The Victoria Shamrocks versus the Akwesasne Thunder. But a massive one here, the second game of the day. 18-14 is your final. Poco over Onondaga. And what a game it was, folks. But we are going to step aside for now. We thank you all for joining us. An incredible game it was here on BC Sports TV. On behalf of all of us, our entire cast of characters, for cameraman extraordinaire George Para, I've been Tino Farah, and we will see you next time.